Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I think I'm here. It's been another exciting day, meaning that nothing's happened. I did my little exercise routine in the morning. Put on my ankle weights because I'm Rock Lee. Well, at least I pretend to be. He's actually better with women than I am, but that's neither here nor there. Um, anyway, I was watching not watching. I was skimming through the channels because when I watch TV, once again, I rarely watch TV. If I do watch TV, it's the two Korean channels usually that I get on my TV. I don't have cable, and so anyway, once again, cooking shows are very popular in most countries. Depending on which country you're watching, you might see a dog portrayed as a pet. You might see one portrayed as dinner. But anyway, I'm watching the Korean channel, and granted, I don't speak the language, and this show doesn't have subtitles, but I get the gist of it. They're going to like small, mom and pop restaurants, or yeah, that's what I can't really over explain that. They're not going to chains, just small mom and pop restaurants, and eating the food. But um, from what I've gathered watching this one particular show, because I've seen it like a few times, because um, but humans are like robots. I usually play video games, and like when I turn off my PS4, it switches to TV, so I usually stop around the same time. Anyway, so 9 times out of 10, at on this Korean, I guess, food show, travel show, whatever. 9 times out of 10, the food that is most common at these restaurants is kimchi, of course, kimchi. Um, Noodles, just various kinds, but noodles, or sorry, ramen, whatever, and usually some kind of like Korean barbecue. Or sometimes if they do like a street food thing, like someone with a cart, it'll be um, God, what's the last one? Like some kind of fried chicken, but it doesn't look like American fried chicken. It looks like Korean fried chicken. So I I know that doesn't explain it. So like imagine going over to your friend's house, and like they put down some fried chicken in front of you, and you're like, hey, this looks weird, and then in their mind they're like, God, I hope he doesn't realize it's a dog. Anyway, so anyway, kimchi, ramen, Korean barbecue. Translate that to America: hot dogs, hamburgers, spaghetti. It's like things you like in a month. The average American has had one of those things, at least 4 or 5 times. Like the average American. So the average Korean has had kimchi, ramen, or like whatever that fried stuff was. Like it's a very common. So why do they act surprised every time? Because I don't know, I've probably seen them go to, let's just say, like 8 different restaurants that I've noticed. I'm assuming they're different, and whatever, 6 different carts, whatever, and they act so surprised every time they have a bowl of ramen. Like, really? They act surprised every time they try kimchi at a different restaurant. I'm like, you gotta stop pretending it's your first time. Like, you're Korean, you live there. It'd be different if it was like a tourist. Like, these are like, yeah, whatever. It bothers me. It just really does. I don't know why it bothers me, but it just does. But anyway, I mean, like, that's like me acting surprised every time I go to McDonald's and I get a hamburger. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. Wait. What? They sell hamburgers. I gotta try this. I gotta try this hamburger. Oh, it's good. Wow. It's like, I don't know if you've been to an Italian restaurant before. I mean, I have. I've been to a couple. I've had spaghetti there, and I've had spaghetti at my house. You know what the difference is? The price. And I'm not gonna act surprised because I paid $8 for a plate of spaghetti. You know, I don't care. There's a camera on me. Why am I complaining? Because that's what I do. That's what I do. I love complaining. Love complaining. I'm wearing a what do you call this? A high fashion pullover from Public Space. It's a local Los Angeles based fashion company in downtown LA. Um, this pullover cost me $60. No one gives a fuck, but I'm just sharing this information. Because I don't go out, so obviously when I get dressed in the morning, work out, take a shower, put on some nice clothes for myself. Well, because currently, man, who knew that the lockdown would affect my job status the way it has. I had a job that I liked. I don't know if it was a good job or a bad job, but it was just a job I liked because it was with dogs, and I just what's the title of my position? I'm just I'm like the receptionist slash dog kennel attendant. I just did everything. Like I worked the front and I worked the back. Sounds like a good movie. Work the front, work the back. Yeah. Um, but because my job is a luxury job, um, clientele dried up when the lockdown happened. Then just had to get a seasonal job, and then the season's over because I was seasonal at I got a job at Target stocking shelves. It's an easy job. And, it wasn't fun, but it wasn't not fun. It was just you're stocking. You're stocking a shelf. It's not like hard. It's not easy. It's just like okay, I'm gonna go put stuff on a shelf. Same as the first job I had, like the dog job. It wasn't. Well, actually, it was easy because it's easy, and technically the stocking shelves was easy too. I'm sorry. It wasn't mentally stimulating. There you go. It wasn't mentally. See, like the dog job was mentally stimulating because like you have to pay attention to them to make sure they don't fight. So you have to be awake. Like the stocking shelves, you could do that in your sleep. So it wasn't mentally stimulating. And actually, I spent most of my time thinking about stuff I was going to do after work, like just planning stuff out. Like like which escort I was going to call. But yeah. So basically, I mean, like the job market, for what I do, because I'm qualified to work with dogs. Anyone's qualified to work at a store and put stuff on a shelf, but like those jobs aren't open because so many people are out of work. Everything's taken. So like I mean, unless my old job, because like technically I still work at my old job. It's just that there's no customers there, so they can't have me work. It's uh, what do you call it? Oh yeah, laid off. Yeah, I've been laid off, so I'm still. And now there are other places open, like dog places that are open that I could try to get a job there, but some are like really far away. So obviously I'm not gonna like my convenience is most important. So obviously I want a job that's relatively close to where I live. So I'm gonna start looking at places that are just close to my house. I mean, because well, I'm bored, and it's nice having a source of income. Because you're like you can buy stuff like drugs. Yes, I'm complaining that I have no money for drugs. But anyway, but no, the whole point is, I can't believe that California just hasn't opened up yet. Because if California just opened up, people like me could be working right now. because like I can't get work unless everyone else can work, because if everyone else works, it means they can't watch their dog, which means I'll get a job, because places that I work at will have a lot more customers and they'll need more staff. It's a trickle down effect, you tell people they can't work, or you tell certain small businesses they can't work, then because they're closed, child care is closed, because everyone's staying at home. Like, a lot of people were affected because of the lockdown. It's not just small businesses. It's like the people who have a business because they're small businesses. That made no sense, but it did to me. So, and the only places that are thriving are big business. Because they can afford. Well, I mean, because like they're so big they get people anyway. Because there's dog places that are still open, but like they were big dog places, so it's like they have enough clientele where like they have enough people to actually still stay open. But a place like mine that was small, the clientele was small. So like when a lot of them can't work, then that's even less people. So like if you only have like I said before, like 7 dogs, you don't need a staff if only 7 dogs are at your business that need to be watched. But like a bigger place that would normally have whatever, like 80 to 100 dogs in a day, and now because of the lockdown they have like 20 dogs a day. Like, with 20 dogs you still need like whatever, a couple of people. But anyway, uh, things should be getting back to normal because okay, so like when Trump was in office, they got the cure for COVID, right? But they haven't like mass produced it and shipped it out. And so now Trump's out of office and Biden is in office, and so like the cure is or whatever, the vaccine, they're like shipping it out. And the problem was when Trump was in office, Biden was saying like not to trust Trump's cure. But now that Biden's in office, he's acting like it's his and saying trust it. It's just funny how it's all partisan bullshit. And they were even like called out on it because they had a press conference talking about the the vaccine and how it's being distributed to the public, and Biden was trying to take credit for it, and the journalist was like, well, Trump is the one that started this. You're just taking credit for it. And I don't know. It was funny, but I just like how the quote unquote cure was bad when Trump was in office, but it's the same vaccine and it's good now because Biden is in office. I mean, like, politics is just so bullshit. It blows my mind, but I'm glad at that press conference that it got called out, because and once again, Trump did not make the cure, but it was done during his term in office. It just hadn't been sent out because they just got it. Granted, I'm not taking it. Like, you gotta wait. I mean, like, when there's medical stuff involved, I want test subjects. I want it to be animal tested. I want it to be tested on prisoners. I want it to be tested. I want to know the long term side effects before anything. You know, like I drink protein powder like it's orange juice. I do that because it's like it's been tested. We know what it does to you. I take vitamin pills because it's been tested. Like I know what it does. Like, we know what all these other things do, but yet, yeah, we spent 6 months and we didn't test it to see what the long term effects are. But here, take this. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And then they're trying to make it that if you don't take it, it's because like, they put negative connotations. They say, well, like, people who are afraid or people who are uneducated. Well, the people giving it are uneducated because they don't know what it does. You know. But hey, if you want to take it, take it. I'm not gonna stop you. But yeah, I'm not taking it because I'm just gonna stay physically fit, keep my immune system up, take my vitamin pills. I'll be okay. I mean, remember, it does have a 99% survival rate. You know, once again, more people have died from the flu. I'll take I'll take my chances.